Hello, everyone. I am Lady Calamir. I welcome you to my channel. I am doing my 358th presentation, and it will be on Metatron. I've done angels before. I've done Azrael. I've done Samael, or some call a demon. So, this is more on so much more on the lighter side, shall we say? So, Metatron. Maybe you might think he's a transformer with the name. Sounds like a transformer. You got Megatron, then you got Metatron, right? But maybe you heard him on Supernatural. Maybe you're a Supernatural fan. Or the movie Dogma, where Metatron was the voice of God. But did you know he's actually pretty old? And he's pretty much mentioned in the non-canonical books, and his name means throne sharer. Oh, here she comes, Lady Boss. She's trying to find a way to jump on the altar, and I gotta watch her. Are you gonna be distracting? Are you gonna be distracting? Yeah. So Lady Boss is being distracting. So he's actually said to have a twin in quotation, Sandalphon. Now, Metatron has human origins. He was the prophet Enoch. And Sandalphon also had human origins, Elijah. And they work on polar opposites in a way, where Sandalphon deals with the earthly realms and deals with nature spirits, deals with finding a cool familiar for you. He deals on earthly matters where Sandalphon deals with more celestial and heavenly matters. But he does involve himself so much with the human realms. Both of them do. And Metatron and Sandalphon work great with each other. But Sandalphon will be for another day eventually. I've been wanting to do Metatron for a while, but I've held it off. And I decided, what the hey? This is my channel. I will do what I please. Here he holds the Merkaba, and that was assigned to him much later. And he also comes from the Talmud, the Merkab. Okay, so Merkava, which is Merkavah, where the shape is Merkaba with a B. The Merkaba is also seen as, okay, if you're an Ancient Alien fans, what do you think the gods fly on? Yeah, it's been seen as a spaceship, but the Merkaba is used for lots of things: spiritual work, healing, protection. It's so much more than that. It's it deserves its own presentation. There's so many geometrical shapes in it. So we also see him in the third book of Enoch, even Enoch 1 70. You see him. And like I said, his name is the Throne Sharer. Metatron is also called the little Yahweh. And God basically called him, little God. So his name would be also called Torah Giel Yahweh, meaning little Yahweh. So he is described where he was taken up to the heavens, which was pretty intense, and his body, flesh melted away, where his body was turned into a firelight, a column of light, and his veins ran with like liquid fire, and his eyes became like torches. He was given 72 wings, 365 eyes, and on his crown is 49 gems. So he has 72 wings, 36 wings on either side. And he was stretched out to be a colossal being. Basically, if he was to stand, he'd be taller than Godzilla. He'd be taller than all the kaiju. Impressive. How he is seen, described in different ways. And one of the ways that reminds me of is like when Shiva appeared. I'm not saying he's Shiva, as a column of light. That's how sometimes he just literally appears as a column of light. Others see him with as I described him before, but also Metatron appears like rainbow flashes of color, like his wings outstretched, like just like this, but imagine rainbow lights flying off it. According to Doreen Virtue, before she went Christian, I mean evangelical, uh, in her Archangel Book 101, she describes his aura as dark green with pink, or pink and dark green, and that he holds a very bright cube. So, as she says in Sacred Geometry, that this is Ezekiel's chariot. Ezekiel's chariot, could it be UFO? Spaceship? So, the cube is actually three-dimensional, which will spin clockwise. Being that Metatron is the Archangel of Geometry, he has many of the functions as Tahuti. And some people try to say Metatron is Tahuti, Ta, Jehuti. I don't see them as the same. Joker, you're not getting it. Joker's being a bad boy today. So, what was it? Yes, a scribe, where Thoth writes everything down. So does Metatron. Metatron is also called the voice of God, where you see him in Dogma being the voice of God. But Metatron is a scribe. Metatron is a great angel for memory, for recall, for like total recall. Not the movie, but total recall of past events and of past life events and things that you've done in the past life. Thereby, he deals with the Akashic records. So if you work with Akashic record system, or you ever done anything of reading Akashic records, this is great. And he's also a great one to work oracles and tarot cards. And so blasphemy. Um, no, I don't think it's blasphemous. And I'm not Christian, so, and I will work with whatever being and entity I will work with, and no one's going to tell me otherwise. You work your own path. I'll work mine, okay? So, Metatron deals with all things writing, okay? But his writing is that of truth, and he records the lies. He'll record them too and say, footnote, this was a lie. So, he records actions. He can help you. He can help you write some amazing rituals and some amazing spiritual stuff, and he can help you write a good ritual script. So anything like that. Metatron will help you clear out stuff for, in some traditions, okay, the angels, depending on system, will have different ranks. You can have a seraphim, a depends. The archangels being the top guides. So it all depends on the system of Christianity or Catholicism, where Metatron is not as known in Catholicism. You always hear Michael as being the big guy, Michael, and Michael means he who who is like God, or he who is like God, who is like God. But it is said that the divine said, "Here, Metatron, since you have been so devoted to me and such a prophet, I'm going to give you a seat on my right hand." And people have worshipped him, but they say, "Oh no, that's blasphemous." And Christians at one time saw this and was saying, this is a monotheism. You can't be worshiping Metatron. Some of the angels are like, who gets to be, the head honcho who was born of a woman? So maybe you see Michael as the head honcho. Or maybe you see Metatron as the head honcho. I won't tell you what to believe and what not to believe. Metatron's cube can be used to help remove unhealthy energies. Metatron can be used and called upon to help someone cross over. He can be used for healing, protection, defense, to literally get rid of nasty stuff. He also helps you to choose your thoughts and choose your thoughts well, to reorganize your thoughts when it's a mess, or when your mind is in turmoil. When you say I hate life, is to say I love life. To say I love life instead. You can bitch to a deity like this is what happened. I got hit with this bill. How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? You know what? It's going to work out. Assistance is coming. Help is coming. Metatron will teach you how to reorganize your thoughts and how to manifest. He will prepare your mind for blessings. How can you win when you sound such a loser and believe it? Metatron is great with sending peace and serenity and harmony. People have associated him with white and also with the violet rays. Metatron is great for helping people with unhealthy habits and choices to make break those unhealthy habits and give you better habits and lead you to better decisions and better choices. Turning the frown upside down and turning those negative thoughts into positive thoughts. You can ask him to help you to master your thoughts so that you're not a slave to the thoughts, so that your whole life where you always felt like you were treated like shit, so that you are shit to maybe those people that treat you like shit are shit, not you. Or maybe they were programmed to treat whatever's going on. And he can help you rewrite the program. He can help you stay motivated. He can help you focus. And he can help you get your thoughts together, get your life together, get your head in the game, and become more positive in your thoughts. Metatron candle colors, I would recommend white. I would recommend lavender. I would recommend violet. But you can also use a rainbow color candle, those 7-day colors. People also can use gold or yellow, pink, but I definitely feel lavender coming from him and roses. Like he has a very flowery scent, like lavender, roses. Trying to almost like I'm sniffing around. Like a baby powder scent and like lilies. And yeah, he he can instantly burn away negativity, especially when you see him as a pillar of fire. And you can light a bonfire or it's just a simple candle. You can have a giant bonfire as long as you do it safely and you're not putting anything at risk. Light the bonfire. Hey, 10 feet, 20 feet, 25 feet. I've seen 25-foot bonfires are fun. Just be careful. You know, the bigger the fire, the bigger the burn. So Yeah, and since his essence was born of fire, fire is a great element and is a great consecrator and cleaner. Now, I'm not saying light a bonfire in your home. Please don't do it. Just light a candle safely, if you can. And be careful of those cheap candles. You know, some of those candles that you get from the dollar store, I wouldn't light them for a very long time. They got wicks made with lead and the cheap wax and the paraffin that they use, and just toxicity. But hey, if that's all you can afford, that's all you can afford. Just, light it in a well ventilated room. Just be careful because babies, cats, and dogs. Metatron is a great one for protection, removal of enemies, uh, taking power from something, giving power to something else. Metatron is not going to help you hex people. He has a way of stopping people. He has a way. Okay, when I say hex people, there are people that hex people because, for whatever reason, fill in a blank. And sometimes it's not righteous and it's not cool. He has a way of nipping it in the bud, and he can have a way of dealing with it. All right. So, Metatron is a great consecrator, a great way to exercise things, and a cleanser. He is a spiritual protector. Those into geometry, those into writing and being a scribe, whether you're a documenter, he'll help you be a documenter. He'll do all that. Metatron does have a some people's strong fragrances. Some people have actually smelled spices, like smelling right now, almost like cinnamon, peppercorns, like maybe like almost like chilies, but like a sweet chilies. He's also seen as crystalline, like his body is crystalline body and flashes of light. Strong, he can bring a strong fragrance. And he's also a great one to harness your spiritual power, your psychic power, your whether you're psychic sensitive or you're psychic or you have ESP, he'll help you do all that. He's great for clearing unhealthy energies and bringing positive energies and promoting healing. He's also called the youth. He's called the young one or the young man, especially by the divine. He is a he serves as a mediator between the heavenly bodies, the divine, and human. He's also recognized in Gnosticism, Judaism, and Islam. And in Islam, he has a little bit of he's a different pronunciation. I'm not Islamic, so His role as servant and guide is something he takes seriously. He has a bunch of names, so different titles reflect his different roles and different powers and different things in religious thought. But again, he's a bridge between humanity and the divine. So he is extremely powerful. That's the thing. Some people don't realize how powerful he is. He's very powerful. So I love Enochian magic, and where we get the word Enochian magic is from Enoch, but it's also called Hanak, the book of Hanak, which is Enoch. So the ch is Hanak. Enoch was said to not die, that he was spirited away by the divine. So he's also in the New Testament, in the book of Hebrews, where it was by, I'm trying to remember, faith, Enoch was taken from this world so that he did not experience what his mortality. He was not found again because he was taken by the divine, because he pleased the divine. So we also see that in the book the Jude, that he was cited as a prophet. So some Christians don't even know who Metatron. They just think it's just spiritual new age woo woo. So Metatron will represent transformation and transitions. He does deal with that, and he also deals with ascension, higher thoughts, higher beliefs. So he wasn't included in the standard biblical canon texts. I'm just saying that. Now, he can he is the revealer of secrets. He's a witness of mysteries. He's a witness to that. And he does deal with metaphysics, magic, and mysteries. So some of this is also New Age, but Metatron is in the Judaic and in the Gnostic traditions. Some Christians believe in him. Um, New Age, there are Wiccan and witches that call upon him. Okay. I work with ceremonial magic, so I'm going to be working with angelic figures and different things. Okay. One of the things I do is, I'm a witch, but I'm also ceremonial and Enochian. So I'm no stranger to working with the LBRP. Before me, Raphael. Behind me, Gabriel. My right hand, Michael. And on my left hand, Uriel. All right. So yes, I do that. Metatron's face is portrayed as a radiating, intense light itself. Okay, his veins were fire. His eyelashes, oh gosh. Not only does his eyeballs turn into torches, but his eyelashes becomes flashes of lightning. Flashes of lightning. Imagine turning into something. Was it like he was given so many blessings that all these blessings became something. So another thing is he's depicted as holding a scroll and and a quill. I mean, now we can see a pen, but a scroll and a quill. You know who else holds a scroll and a quill? We see the god Tahuti. So he does do with transcendental magic. That's actually a book, Transcendental Magic. So he helps with the spiritual development of souls. And some of the angels weren't too happy about it, but what can you do? Nothing about it. But it's crucial to understand that he was called the Lesser Yahweh. And there was a story, I don't know when it came about, maybe to explain that you're not supposed to worship Metatron above a god, but that he was given 64 lashes by I think it was 64, by a glowing, burning hot metal rod by, you know, the god himself. And I don't know if that story was to show the Christians that the Jews do not worship Metatron above, you know, their God. So, me, you know me, I'm not into a jealous God, into a hateful God. So, Morg's, and I like Morg, his interpretation of the biblical God as being the devil. And one also, how much was it written by man to use to control? Sort of to take any god you want and turn it into a monster so that you can control the masses and you have the power. Because this god told me, I get to crush you. And we'll just write it in this book here. You know, my God told me to crush every one of your gods, and that my God is more powerful than yours. And you can literally do that with any god or any goddess. All you need to do is have a place of power. Oh, I'm the king of Muckety Muck land, and my god is, I don't know, I'll make something up. Kamubra, and Kamubra has given me great power. These are his laws, and you're going to live by it, or Kamubra is going to get you. And make it into law. And hey, eventually you get a book, Kamubras, a gospel according to Kamubra. See how easy that is? So, yeah, maybe it's not so easy, but hey, if it sticks, it sticks. Sometimes when you throw something against the wall, sometimes it sticks. But anyways, But yeah, he was also an ancestor of Noah's ancestor, and that after the flood that Metatron witnessed, and you know that a rainbow appeared about God's covenant to humans. Interesting enough, during the time of the biblical flood, when the whole world was flooded, there were flourishing civilizations going on during the time of the flood. Hey, but there was a scientific thing, and a lot of that there was a global flood. It's just not at that time. And different cultures, like the Incas have a survivors, the Aztecs have a survivor. So it seems like everyone has a survivor. But, people ask, yeah, you killed the sinners, but what about the innocent babies? What about all the innocent animals? Even the innocent, that have nothing to do with, the these angelic beings and the Nephilim, and that were teaching humans things that you didn't like. What about all the innocent animals? What about the spiders? What about the squirrels? What about the turtles and stuff? What about the innocent animals that didn't deserve to be killed, to be destroyed? So yeah, I just find some of this, you know I don't want to get into it. Sometimes I see some of their stories as hooey. They can call me hooey all they want. How did you get two animals of each on an ark? And how did they survive? How did they not eat? How did they not kill each other? How did they not tear each other apart? Is just, yeah, it's amazing. But I'm sure I'm gonna get haters for that, and people call me, "You're so blasphemous." I don't care. I really don't care anymore. I'm just gonna do what I'm gonna do. You don't like it, I don't care. I'm just giving you my perspective. You don't have to watch it, you know. No one's making you sit here and watch it. I'm not a dictator. I don't have worldly power. I wouldn't do that anyways. And anyways, back back to it. Those who have children who are special needs, autism, Down syndrome, ADHD, bipolar, would do well to have Metatron help them. And those who have these autism and ADHD, even as adults, can have Metatron as their guide. He takes care of those with special needs. All right. And he also cares. I mean, Sandalphon's definitely gonna work with the animals. But you know, he Metatron knows that some of what people with pets will some people consider their birds more precious than anyone. Their cats more precious than anyone, you know, and their dogs. So Metatron can also be used for healing for them and helping them, especially if they have special needs. Special needs animals can also fall under the guidance of Metatron. So even his symbol represents balance, harmony, and visual expression. Metatron can be used to help you to cope and to rise to be able to take ADHD that you have and to do like with me when I had a college book and I had to learn the text. I couldn't just read from one text. I had to get another book. So I'm reading from three books. Then I have to, look things up on reputable sites and then watch videos. By the time the test comes around, I'm there scoring everything right. Sometimes even the bonuses. And my instructor goes, "Why did you even answer the bonuses?" Because I always thought just in case, and gives me extra points, doesn't it? So he teaches you how to use some of these disabilities as super abilities. As some people with ADHD can do things that are amazing that someone who doesn't have ADHD. So yes, sometimes it is curse, but also a blessing. A blessing and a curse that you can use your abilities. You can use these as abilities. Wow, 41 minutes. I'm just thinking 15 minutes. Like in Enoch 3, Metatron explains that, the divine called me the lesser Yud-He Vav-He, Yehovah, Yud-He Vav-He. And the whole entire celestial presence is in the height of the heavens. And that my name is in him, in capital HIM. So Metatron is able to help you to find the truth. What is bullshit and what is truth? He's great for spiritual development, uh, conveying knowledge and divine knowledge. So, yeah, he is the great grandfather, said to be the great grandfather of Noah, but the flood that happened, it just doesn't make sense in a way when it happened in archaeology. How could there be, civilizations that were there? So, yeah, to me, the Bible is not science. Okay? If you think the Bible is science, you're scientific illiterate. All right? So, I have used Metatron a lot. I've had Metatron help me with numerous things. So, what happened to Enoch? He just disappeared. Did the people say, "Hey, Enoch disappeared, so he must have been taken away from God by God"? Could he just have wandered off? Could he something have happened? I don't know. Or was he taken up by, as they it expressed that you were talking about this about Enoch and the ancient aliens, about how he was taken up in this Merkaba spaceship and taken up by the gods. Uh, yeah, ancient aliens. We are not alone. We have never been alone. I used to say that during my presentations. So, hey, 45 minutes. Wow. So Metatron is the revealer of secrets, and a witness to the celestial heavenly mysteries. So he's a witness and a revealer. So what does that tell you? What does that tell you right there? He's a revealer. He'll show you. So even in the Babylonian Talmud and the Zohar, his transformation from Enoch to Metatron is listed. So Metatron is about flowing of energy into the divine physical, from the divine to the physical world. It'll help that energy flow. So if you got blockages, you got a blockage in your home, energy blockages that it just seems to stop, Metatron can help you know why and how to fix it and to get that energy flowing. The same thing within yourself. What's going on? Where are those what can we untangle today? So Metatron can help you with that. Metatron can be used to literally show you how things work, show you how manifestations work, show you how things work. But he can also tangle up bad energy and get rid of it. She can trap it, get rid of it. But he also can make things manifest. Good, not talking about negativity, but he can also make things manifest. Sometimes what Metatron can do is spiritually awaken someone so they stop being, you ever see, I hope you grow up one day, you ever say that to someone? I hope you grow up one day and realize all the people that done good to you, done them wrong, and you will wake up and realize all the people you lost and that you change your ways. Imagine just having that sudden realization. It's like, damn, like a moment. So, anyways, I've been talking about 48 minutes. 48 minutes about Metatron. I actually, I got this a long time ago. And sometimes his statues can have more of a brilliant color to it. But I happened to get this one. So this is an artist's depiction of him, which I think is very beautiful. So, anyways, um, do me a favor. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Please send me healing and protection. Even if you hear this 10 years from now, wish me good vibes. Oh, and share my video with your friends and family. By the way, amethyst is really good with this angel, as well as lavender quartz and clear quartz. Danburite works good with him. Um, So those are just some of the stones. Definitely lavender works really good with him. And lavender is wonderful. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate y'all. I really appreciate the subscriber count going up. Thank you so much. And I thank everyone to subscribe to me. I really appreciate you. I really appreciate you watching my video. You have no idea how touched I am. I am. So thank you so much for watching. As always, blessed be.